Level by Level Gaming, and this is going to be the first video on this Legends flashback here. This was a gift to the channel, and it's from the same people that gave me the collector's box that had the little Sonic the Hedgehog collector figure in it. So if you go back and look at those videos, you'll see where this came from. Now, this is by ATGames. It is a multi-cade type device. It has a list of some of the companies that are featured in here, and also some of the titles such as Aladdin, Dig Dug, the Mega Man series, Star Wars, Fix It Felix, which that got really famous with some kids movies here recently, Galaga, Tetris, Street Fighter, and I was super excited to get this. I actually got it a few months back, and I just haven't done anything with it. Especially everything's been going on. I haven't even put any videos out in a couple weeks. So welcome back, guys. So if you flip it up on the side here, it does give you another picture of the device here and some of the titles that are on here. I remember playing this on Super Nintendo back in the day, and it was really fun. Everybody knows the Street Fighter and Mega Man franchise. On the back here, it has some of the other games that are present on here. Like I said, it comes preloaded with 100 games. Now, the reason I said first video is because there's also some resources out there that provide some hacks for this thing, and it does have an SD card slot, and from what I understand, you can expand the library on this far beyond just 100 games. So I don't know a lot of details about that, but in the days and months to come, we will see what happens with that. So here's just a diagram of the device here, what it comes with, which is the flashback console, the 100 games, the wired controllers, power supply, and instruction manual. It says that it is HD TV compatible, and I believe it HDMI at 720p. So let's crack this thing open and see what it's all about. Alright. Alright, so inside of here, let me put my knife away. You do have the console. Well, here's a little instruction manual. Comes with the model number and some basic instructions here. It does have a list of games, which is nice, so you can actually go through and see everything that it has before cutting it on. It says it came out in 2019, so it's not a really old device. I didn't really know what to expect with it. I know the ATGames, they've been around a while. In fact, I think I have a little Sega Genesis adapter console that's by them that you can put your Sega Genesis cartridges in and play them. So let's see here. Alright, we're just going to set that aside. There's not a whole lot that's necessary in that. The console itself, I mean, this is super light. You got, I mean, this is like bare bones, which is fine. It's perfectly good just like that. On and off menu, player 1, player 2. I believe this would probably accept your standard Sega controllers. I don't really know, but it just appears that way. Got an SD card slot in the back and an HDMI out, and for your micro USB, which micro USB is super common and wouldn't be hard to replace if you had to do so. All right, let's see here. We've got some generic 6-button Sega style controllers. They feel pretty good. The buttons have a nice click to them. I mean, everything's there. You have a start. You don't have a select button. The shape is, like I said, it's just a generic Sega Genesis controller. So if they're good, I might even use it with my other Sega type consoles. I mean, this plug-in will even go into the original Atari 2600 and stuff like that. So 2 controllers, and all right, what I'm not seeing here is let's go back to the side here and see what it's supposed to come with, because I mean, that's all that's in the box, guys. And you just watched me cut the seal on it. Let's see what's included. The console, games, wired controller, micro USB. Did I miss it? Oh, I did miss it. I set it aside and didn't even think to double check myself. So it does have the power supply. I was thinking I missed it, or I was thinking that it wasn't in there for some reason. So yeah, so everything's here except a HDMI cable here. So what's going to happen now is I'm going to have to get this thing connected to something where we can play it and you guys can see some gameplay. So I'm going to pause the video and continue on from there. Alright, so we're back and we've got this thing connected to a 720p HDMI flat screen TV, and it looks pretty good. Here is just the main menu here. You can see it's got some featured games, all the games A to Z. So it would start out with the numbered ones and go from there. They do have some categories here, such as arcade games. So even though a lot of these have console adaptations, I would think that these are the arcade versions. And they have a page system down here along the bottom, 1 through 6. And let's see here, they have it listed out as some console games just under that. So these would, I would assume, be the console adaptations. I don't know, like Aladdin, I think that's a Sega Genesis, so I don't know if there's any SNES. I wouldn't think so. I would think that these are all Sega licensed console versions of the game. Then again, I might be wrong. I don't know if Choplifter ever came out on anything that was Sega. I think that was all Atari. So I'm gonna have to do some research, and that'll come along in some later video game or videos. So let's see what we got here. Let's just go to one of the arcade games. Let's try 1942. Gives you a little bit of a description of the game. Start, shoot, drive, or dive. No function, no function. So this is a typical 2-button type arcade game. So let's play the game. It says hit A. I mean, it's even in this, if you look, even though it's a widescreen TV, it's in this vertical type display, and that's because the original arcade game would be on one of these long, narrow type screens, and it wouldn't be in a flat square or even the long, like modern style TV here. So let's see, how did it say to get back? Might have to hit this menu button. All right. Insert coins, save slots, resume game, quit game. So let's just quit the game here. And let's go back. Let's try something that Bad Dudes Breakthrough Commando. Burger Time. I think Burger Time would have been in one of those type formats. Let's try I just want to see something that's not exactly in that long screen there. Let's see some of the Star Wars. Let's go to Super Star Wars here. I believe this is a Super Nintendo game, so maybe I was wrong about it just being Sega licensed games. So let's see here. Play the game. Yeah, I think this was a Super Nintendo game. So I'll have, like I said, I'll do some more research, and in some further videos we will see exactly what consoles are represented here. 1992. Start the game. It's such an iconic theme song there. We'll go ahead and skip it just for the brevity of the video here. Let's see, how do I shoot? I don't know how to, okay, there we go. So I figured out how to shoot. On the controller here, it looks like it's the top buttons, one of the top buttons that shoots. And I know it gives you a diagram at the very front there of what to do. And let's see here, jump. I am getting destroyed. I know one of these buttons was a weapon select, but maybe I don't have another weapon at this time. Alright, so that's enough of that. Let's go ahead and just go back to the menu. Alright, so it does show that it has some save slots, so you can, as just like with any other emulator, you can save your progress mid-level or mid-game, and you can resume, which that is an awesome feature. I don't know what the scanline filter is. I'll have to do some looking into that. But this was just an introduction, unboxing and introduction to this Legends Flashback. So if this is something that you're interested in, you can check that out on Amazon. In fact, I'm going to put a link in the description below of where you can actually purchase this thing. Once again, it's been Level by Level Gaming. Thank you for watching.